Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. For this video, I'll be giving you an update about the CXC exams that will be held this July 2020. Alright guys, so first and foremost, we know the exams will be done electronically. Instead of paper 1 and 2, specific subjects are just paper 1, for example, math, English, and a few others. All right, so for the exam, guys, the timetable will be available on the CXC website coming sometime next week. In the webinar, the date was not specific, but sometimes next week they say the timetables will be out. All right, having the timetable, we need to go ahead and get the credentials if you can access it, because sometimes the system is going to be very jammed as persons are trying to get in. So the timetable will have your registration number and your center number, and you will be getting your username, your password, and a few other things, I guess, as relates to the credentials. This is the same one that you will use for both exams, either in July or in January. All right, the credential doesn't change. So get this at the CXC website. As it relates to the format of the exam, the format will be the same as in the 60 questions, multiple choice. It will be A, B, C, D, and they'll be testing all the five strands, my bad, of mathematics. I'm talking about math, but they'll be testing the different aspects of the syllabus. All right. As it relates to the weighting of the exams, they are trying to be as credible as they can. So the weighting is not yet standardized. As we know, the exam is criteria and reference based. So they have three aspects that they test the students on, and those three aspects will be tested on. All right. So as questions were asked about security as it relates to the verification of the students that they actually did the exams. So they're saying that the exams will be stored on a secure website or secure software, I think they said. And this software has a cloud that once you enter your data, the data will be stored in the cloud, whether the computer or whatever you're using shut down or whatever. So your data will be saved once you start entering your data into the system. They also spoke about them having a very secure browser, as I mentioned earlier. So these personnel at the different examination centers will be equipped to help you in whatever way you need assistance. All right. So they'll be using Microsoft Edge, they'll be using Mozilla, Safari, and the Google Chrome for that. And they're working closely with the Ministry of Education from the different territories as it relates to their readiness for this exam, guys. And so all schools are required to have at least one computer to every 15 students. That's a backup computer to every 15 students. And so based on the school's readiness, CXC will then give the go ahead on when the exams will be held. All right. So one more thing, the information, for example, if the computer or whatever you use, the computer malfunction or shut down completely, internet gone or whatever it may be, they'll be resorting to the manual pen paper exam. So whatever you've done will be saved to the system, and whatever you left off will be given to you to do manually. All right. So after this be manually done, these invigilators or trained professionals, as they name them, will then upload this hard copy to the system, and CXC will retrieve it from there. All right. So they also spoke about them collaborating with the Ministry of Education and are requesting that the Ministry of Education request permission if their schools need to do the demo exams or the practice exams. Some schools normally do like a trial exam. So if the principals need access to this, they can always request permission from the CXC and they will get approval. And this will be done for the entire school. So once a principal from one school gets it, all students of that school have access to the system at a specific time. All right, so you also asked to go to the CXC website to get access to the free practice questions, different from the school being given permission. You can go to the website yourself and get these practice exams and know how to manipulate the system then. In this case, when you exam finally arise, you will not be lost. You will not be like dismayed, like you don't understand what to do and you're being all confused, and whatever your content is in your head will eventually go away in that confusion. So it's best to go to the system, guys, get familiar with the system, how to manipulate it, and get yourself on track. I have one more thing here that I want to share with you, is that once you miss the question, guys, on the paper and you submit, that is it for the exam. But they're saying that when you're doing the exams, you can skip questions, but you have to ensure that you go back to those questions before submitting your paper. As once you submit that paper, that is the end of the exam for that candidate. All right. So my advice to you is to, if you skip a question, it's taking too much time, you skip a question, quickly go back or maybe write it down. So before you submit, you review those questions. All right. At the time, I guess their timing will be based on what they've done before, because what I heard in the webinar is that the electronic based exams have been in place since 2017. So I think that some schools are some territories are exposed to this, but I know Jamaica is not, and so we need the additional help. All right. So whether you can work the questions manually or not, when it comes down to the system, you have to know how to manage your time, guys, and that's where time management comes in play. So remember, continue practicing, continue studying, continue asking questions, and remember to check out my videos on the channel that I have. And as I post a lot of multiple choice questions these days, and it's to help you. All right, guys, so that's what I have for the update based on my understanding of sitting in the webinar, and I hope you understand as well. If you have any question, drop it below in the comment section and I'll be happy to assist you and to answer them if I can, because you know I don't work with CXC, so I don't really know much about them unless they post something and I go and read, just to give my students a feedback of what they're saying. All right, guys, remember to like, share, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video.